welcome to The Gardening Writer. Today we are going to look at 7 easy care plants for your house, balcony and patio. It is a gorgeous day here in the Southern Caribbean. Beautiful, clear, sunny. Such a break from all the rain we've been having recently, and the plants on the balcony have been loving it. The first plant in our lineup is the ponytail palm, which is not really a palm, it's actually a succulent, and the Latin name for it is the Bocarnia recurvata. And if I had to choose only one plant for my patio or balcony, this would be it. I am here to tell you, this plant is virtually unkillable. I had one for 15 years ago, and eventually it got killed. And let me tell you what it took to kill it. I went away for a while, I left it with my brother, and his workmen buried it in wet cement. That is what it took to kill this plant. This plant had been through hell. I'm not talking about this plant that you're looking at. I'm talking about the one that I had for 15 years. This one is new. I've just had it for about a year, maybe a year and a half. And it is growing beautifully. It was pot bound for a long time. I recently repotted it and it's already outgrowing this new pot. So, what keeps this ponytail palm, that's not really a palm, happy? The same thing that keeps all succulents happy. Soil that drains very well. Do not overwater. Succulents will rot if you keep them soggy. They hate wet feet. And lots of bright sunshine. That's all. You can forget this plant for a week at a time, 2 weeks at a time, 3 weeks at a time, and it will not only survive, it will thrive. That swollen trunk-like structure at the base of the plant stores all the nutrients and water that the plant needs to keep it going when times get rough. Numbers 2 and 3 on our list of easy care plants are the flapjack and echeveria, both of which are succulents and both of which are beautiful. If you had asked me before I got those two plants whether I was a succulent fan, I would have said no, I'm not into succulents, apart from the ponytail, of course. These two plants were gifted to me by 2 different people, and I have fallen absolutely in love with them. The flapjack, which is the larger one with the clam-shaped leaves, is also known as paddle plant, red pancakes, desert cabbage, and it's a kalanchoe relative or a type of kalanchoe. The echeveria is the little plant off to the left, and it's the type of succulent that is commonly called the plush plant because of the lovely silver hairs that make the plant almost shimmer in sunlight. These succulents can be grown outdoors in warm locations and indoors in bright sunlight. How do you keep them happy? Good drainage. Do not overwater. Do not overwater, and lots of light. That's it. Fertilize once every 3 months or so and you're good to go. Number 4 on our list of super easy to care for plants is the spider plant, which is very familiar and which everyone says is very easy to grow, but I managed to kill 3 of them. The green one that you saw in the picture there, yeah, that's how it ended. And then this beautiful lush green and white one that somebody gave me as a Christmas gift last year. Yep, I put it next to the sink. I thought it was getting everything that it needed, and it died. It just slowly dried up and died. And then I got another one that fell on its head when I shoved the table, and that was it. So it was back to the drawing board. I bought 2 new plants. I didn't try to grow them in the house. I hung them outside on a covered porch. Lots of light, lots of air circulation. And the most important thing, I think, is that I stopped using tap water straight from the tap to water them, because I read somewhere that spider plants are very sensitive to elements in tap water. So I fill containers and I let the water get good and stale. Hopefully all the toxic elements either settle or evaporate, and I use that to water the spider plants, and they have been thriving. Give your spider lots of bright, unfiltered light. Water only when it's dry. I water once a week or thereabouts. Fertilize every so often, and you should be fine. Number 5 on our list of easy care plants is the pothos, or Epipermnum aureum. This plant will probably win prizes for easiest and most beautiful house plant, with its long, graceful vines and beautiful variegated jade green leaves. This virtually unkillable houseplant is also known as devil's ivy or money plant, and it doesn't just tolerate neglect. In my experience, it thrives on neglect. It will even grow beautifully in low light conditions, although it prefers filtered light. Bright filtered light, even better if you want the variegations on the leaves to be really striking. On top of all of those positive attributes, it's also super easy to propagate. I show how this is done in another video. I will link it in the description below. I bought one plant maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I have grown another one, the one that's hanging out there in the porch. That's one that I propagated. I propagated one for my mother, I propagated one for a friend, and I'm about to propagate one to stay in my bathroom right now. Pothos can also be trained to grow on a pole, up a pole, or you can just leave it in a hanging basket like I have done here in my videos. And on top of all of these wonderful attributes, pothos is one of the plants most highly recommended for cleaning toxins out of the air inside your house. That is what I call lots of bang for the buck. Just remember, do not overwater. Make sure that the soil is draining properly. Give it some light, but it will tolerate low light. Fertilize whenever you think of fertilizing, and you will be fine. This plant is so worth it. Number 6 and 7 in our list of super easy house and patio plants are Liriope, also known as lily too, and portulaca, also known as moss rose. The grassy looking one with the variegated leaves. They also come in non-variegated varieties. It's neither a lily nor a grass. It's actually a herbaceous perennial in the asparagus family. It's also sometimes known as monkey grass or spider grass, and it hails from East and Southeast Asia. It's often used in the West as ground cover and in borders. I, however, have decided to grow mine in a pot, and so far It is not protesting. Lily turf bears flowers on spikes, and the flowers are typically violet blue in color, sometimes white. The plant grows in full sun or partial shade. It's hardy, drought tolerant. It must have well drained soil, so do not overwater. This is vigorous, low maintenance, and quite a winner that I am absolutely in love with. Portulaca or moss rose is a super easy succulent that needs full sun in order for the flowers to develop properly. Give it a good quality soil with good drainage, lots of direct sun, use fertilizer sparingly, and this plant will keep growing and producing beautiful little flowers day after day, after week, after month. You can pinch the stems back if they become too long and leggy. You can grow it in a hanging basket. The one thing you should not do with portulaca is overwater. Do not overwater or the roots will rot. I found these double portulaca. I had never seen the double before. I found them in the plant store 2 weeks ago. I got 3 of them and co-planted them with the lily too. And I have been stunned at how fast they have settled in and grown and how much they flower. I put the names of those two in case you're interested. I had never seen them before. The orange, that one that looks like blazing fire, like flames in direct hot sun, that one is Color Blast Double Orange, and the other one, the red one, is Color Blast Double Scarlet. So there we go. That sums up our 7 super easy to grow, super easy to care for, practically unkillable house and patio plants. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, ring the little bell for notifications, and thank you for watching The Gardening Writer.